Hi, everyone. So recently I've been asked to do a couple of fatheads, and um, I learned a new trick to use instead of using the lasso to cut them out. Normally, what we would use would be the lasso to kind of trace, but notice that the lasso is very straight and it doesn't curve on its own. So, whenever we would do this, or we would have to go really up close to get, you know, nicer curves. And then, of course, we'd go all the way around, yada, yada, yada. They would select, and then we would just, let me close these out here. And then we would just hit like delete, right? And so it would delete like basically all this around here. But you would be left, Control D, with a lot of like jagged edges. Here I had to go pretty up close. But for the most part, you'd be left with little edges like this. And so one of the ways that I do it now is that I'm going to do Control Z real quick and Control D to deselect. I'm going to grab this tool here. This is the curvature pen tool. It's kind of similar to the tool. Well, it's very similar to the tool that we use on Illustrator for the cut lines. And there's several options, right, on the tool pen, but you want to make sure you grab the curvature tool pen tool. Curvature pen tool, that one. Okay. So, and it's basically the same thing. All you do is that when you grab it, I don't put a fill or a stroke, and then I just kind of start tracing. And so notice that it'll start curving on its own. You see that? And then you can actually even double click to put like a little anchor. So you go all the way around up here. I'm going to cut through the hair. Okay, maybe here. And then I can still come back. So that's the really neat thing about this, is that I can still come back and adjust it if I need to, versus the actual lasso where I would have to go and do a Control Z all the way through and delete and start all over. So here, notice how there's a little bit there. I'll come back once I close this out and do the adjustment that I need to do. I'm just kind of doing this really quick. I can do like a little anchor there. Scroll down. I want to get rid of that little shadow. So I'm just going to go here, here. And then just close it out. Now that I have it closed, I can come back and address this. So I'm going to go ahead and drag this here. Drag it up because I don't want that wood to come through. I can double click and put an anchor there. You can even put a little anchor there. This way, if I needed to delete one, just highlight and delete the same way you would do it through Illustrator. Anchor here, drag this over, anchor there. Gave me a little smoother. I guess I'll do it here actually. But yeah, so I definitely have the ability to, go back and address it. Delete that. Okay. And so once I have it where I want it to be, I'm not sure about this hair. Just leave it like so. Once I have it like so, I'm going to zoom out. You'll notice that you created a shape over on your layers. So you're just going to hit Control, hold down your Control key and click on that shape. And so that you get that little outline there. And then I'm going to select this picture here. And I don't want to cut the inside. I want to cut the outside. So I'm going to just grab, you can grab this one here or this one. I'm going to grab one of these. Um, the rectangle marquee tool. So that way I can right click and then select inverse, meaning that I'm going to select the back of it and then I'm just going to hit delete. And then Control D to deselect. And there you go. You got clean, smoother cuts. All right. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thank you.